Hey, what's going on, all you fearless flippers out there? My name's Kyle Stanley. This is Fearless Flipping. If you're stumbling upon this channel or if you're stumbling upon this video, I would love for you to go check out our channel on YouTube, Fearless Flipping. And we also have a podcast. You guessed it. It's called Fearless Flipping. And what I want to just really dive into is why you are here. And I want to talk about you. I want to talk about your mindset. I want to talk about how you picture not only real estate investing, but investing financially in yourself and investing financially in your future, because that is what really real estate is all about for me. We're going to go into that in a second, but I want to talk about for a second just the mindset of what people thought of yesterday. Yesterday's mindset is go to work, save money, put it in a bank, put it in a financial advisor, and hopefully one day you'll be able to go ahead and retire and live on the beach. And honestly, back in the day, that was not bad advice. It was actually really good advice. But today, that advice just doesn't do it. You'll see a little bit later on when I show you this that it's going to take upwards of $3 million for you to retire and have the kind of lifestyle that you want and be able to enjoy those last 20 to 30 years of your life. I don't know about you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to wait around for retirement. In fact, for me, I don't think I'll ever really enjoy retirement. I'm way too restless. I want to progress. I want to move on. I want to find new things to be excited about. And this is what I'm truly excited about. This is what I'm truly passionate about is real estate investing, investing in yourself. And here's the deal. What this show is all about, Fearless Flipping, it is to help you conquer real estate investing. That's what REI stands for. It is to invest better, not only in your bank account, the way that you get your money to grow, but also in yourself, believing in yourself, gaining the confidence to go out there and conquer real estate investing. You're going to learn from the experts. As much as I would like to say I'm an expert, so far I am not. To this date, as I'm filming this here in 2019, I have flipped one home. I have one rental, and I'm just on my second project right now to flip another home. There's no way I can give you advice and let you know exactly how to do this business because guess what? I haven't quite done it yet. But you're going to hear from amazing experts, guys that, you'll hear me a lot of times ask the exact same questions to these guys. Did you go to college? What did you study? What was your first job? And the reason I'm asking that is because you're going to see people on this show that were doing either nothing with their lives or looked like they were down in the dumps or looked like they were going to work till the day that they died and hate what they do. But hey, at least they were supporting their family. There's going to be a guy on here that was driving trucks, tractors for a career, for his living. And now he's got 80 rental homes. I mean, these are stories that you're just going to gain the confidence to be able to go out there and do it on your own. We've got a YouTube channel and a podcast channel, just like I mentioned. Both are called Fearless Flipping. The YouTube channel, you're going to see three different things. You're going to see great advice from experts in quick little clips. We call those Fearless Facts. Then we're going to see the Fearless Flip, which is our flipping show. We're going to get into the actual homes of these projects, see what these guys are doing, and it's going to teach you. It's not for entertainment value. If you're here for entertainment, sometimes you're going to be entertained. Sometimes you're going to see me make a complete fool of myself, which is all part of the fun. But that's not the point of this. I'm not trying to entertain you. I'm trying to teach you through the experts how to become a true expert in this field. Because guess what, guys? Little selfishly here, I'm trying to learn too. So this is just me at the same time documenting what I'm learning so that I can learn faster and connect with the best people and find out from the experts too. The podcast, going back to the YouTube channel, we'll also have a video podcast on there. And then the podcast itself will be released on Mondays and Thursdays. Usually you're going to hear from the same person. On Monday, you're going to hear their story. You're going to hear how they got into real estate. You're going to hear really what their success is. And then on Thursday, you're going to hear that strategy, that tactic, that one thing that they think can be a breakthrough in either your mindset, your business, or if you haven't even started yet, how to get started with your business. So what I want to really move forward to now is why real estate investing. Now, once again, guys, I am not an expert. However, I can tell you exactly what I saw in this business and why I wanted to be a part of this amazing machine of real estate investing. So the number one thing is that it helps people. I want to break this down for a second. So when we talk about helping people, I never thought real estate was a place that you could help people. I just thought it was, buy a house, Honestly, I thought I had to get the hammer and the nails and, start doing the construction. That's all I had ever seen. But as I learned and as I went to a seminar one time, which, by the way, if you can get other classes, heck, go on other podcasts. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're going to learn everything you need to know from this podcast. Really educate yourself. I'm a part of an education process, and that education process started at a seminar where they taught me that, hey, there are distressed homeowners out there. There are people that have inherited homes. There are people that have rentals that they no longer want to deal with because they live in a different state. There's people that just got a divorce, or maybe they just lost a spouse, and they have no idea how they are going to take care of their mortgage. These are called distressed homes. Or you've even got to the point where, like, a home that I just bought was from a gentleman who had it free and clear, no equity left in, or sorry, full equity in the home, no mortgage left in the home, and his wife passed away a year ago, and he just doesn't want to deal with taking care of the home anymore. So what we were able to do is help him by getting him out of that distressed home, because it wasn't in tip-top condition to be able to go onto the market and get a loan. So here's just kind of the the I guess flow chart, if you want to call it, of why and how we help people in real estate investing. So take this gentleman that I was just talking about. He's a distressed homeowner. If he's going to go to the MLS, he's not going to be very happy. That's what this little sad face here, maybe we can zoom in on that. Then we're also going to be concerned about FHA loans. Is that person, that home buyer that wants to buy the home, going to be approved for an FHA loan? Because this home has a lot of work to get done on it. Then it's going to be a reason for him to maybe worry about selling the home is he's got to pay a realtor a bunch of commissions. And then on his timeline, he was ready to get out of there. He was not wanting to wait around. When it comes to escrow title companies, you're going to have to wait around 30, 45, sometimes 60 days to get out of that house. So income, the real estate investor. This is the happy side of things. Now we got a happy face over here. So first of all, a real estate investor like myself, or possibly like you in the future, or maybe you are investing in, so you already know this, you can go ahead and just fast forward in this video. We're paying with cash. We want to help these distressed homeowners get out of their homes on their timeline, not an escrow or a title company's timeline or a mortgage company's timeline, because they're waiting for a loan. So we're helping them get out of their homes as quickly as 7 to 10 days. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty powerful in this process. So in comes the real estate investor with cash, which, by the way, comes from a lender. Now, when I say lender, I don't mean a mortgage company. I mean someone, it might even be your mom. That was my first private money lender, was my mom. She saw, hey, I've got X amount of dollars in the bank. It's doing absolutely nothing. It's maybe getting 0.5% in interest. How about I put it into your project, Kyle, and earn 8 to 15% on interest? That is helping the lender doing something with their money. They're just earning passively. That's a whole topic on itself. So the lender's making money, you're paying with cash. The distressed homeowner is super happy because you're moving on their timeline. Then you're creating jobs. Here's the awesome thing. Creating jobs, you're getting the contractor, that's a hammer. You're getting the inspector, that's a magnifying glass. That is an ant or an attempt to be an ant. So you're getting the pest control person, and then you're also giving work to the title and escrow company. You're making these people super happy because you're helping them make money. Then you flip the home with the contractor. By the way, if you do it right, if you systemize this just like how I'm learning, you're not going to have to spend a ton of time at that location. I've got friends here in Fresno that have been doing this part-time, have full-time jobs, and have flipped over 35 homes in 3 to 4 years. They say they might show up 2 to 3 times at a project while it's going on. You don't have to be there too often, but you're creating these jobs. And then you get to sell it. This is you, or maybe this is you. The other person's the realtor. You're both super happy because you've gone ahead and made a profit. You've sold the home, and boom. The last person I think is the coolest one that we help is that family, that person that needs to get into a home, maybe can't afford a new build, but loves the fact that they just bought a 1970s home that's been completely renovated and upgraded, and that's all because of you. So you see how you can start helping people in this process. That's what life's all about, is helping people, paying it forward. The other reason of why real estate investing, it's so stinking simple. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. It's just math. So when we talk about the math, what I really want to encourage you, if you are in this business or getting started in this business, it's so easy to be emotionally attached to a home. You show up, you view the home, and suddenly it's like, wow, I can see the potential of this project. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you feel about it. It matters what the numbers look like. So let's just take, for example, you find a home, it's a purchase price of $100,000. The expenses, which I'm going to say expenses rather than repair costs, because expenses are repair costs, holding costs, paying your lender. There's a few different things that go into that, but straight up $50,000. The ARV, that's the after repair value. When we make this house nice and beautiful, we know it's going to be worth X amount because there's another home that was sold within that neighborhood or a half a mile away that sold for just that, same dimensions, same square footage, the whole 9 yards, sold for $200K. Look at the profit on that. 150 all in, 200 is what you're selling it for. That means you made a $50,000 profit. It's just numbers. We're going to go a lot deeper into that as you continue to watch videos about this, but it's super simple. Just keep it simple. And this is my favorite part about this, because when I first got involved in real estate, I thought I had to save up a ton of money. Think about investing for a second. What do you think about? Saving money, investing money, your own money that you have to put forward. There's a ton of risk. You're wondering, oh gosh, I hope this pays off. And that's the thing about real estate, is that I saw I can use other people's money. It benefits them, and they make money along with me. So I mean, how much easier does it get, guys? All you got to do is just make sure people, you talk to people, tell them what you're doing, raise money, help them make money. And when every single deal comes across your desk, you've got tons of opportunity. This is also the thing. Rather than just laser focusing on a flip or buying a rental home or whatever have you, you get to look at it and say, I get to be versatile in this process, and every deal that comes across my desk, there's opportunity for a different exit strategy. Wholesale, let me talk about that for 1 second. Let's take that same house, $100,000, it's going to sell for $200,000, and you got to put in $50,000 of repairs and expenses. I'm an investor. I'm looking for deals like that. You're a wholesaler, and you're thinking, there's no way I'm going to flip this because I don't like raising money, or I don't know anyone to raise money from. So if you're thinking right now, I don't want to ask people for money, you want to be a wholesaler. That's as easy as it is. Here's why. You get the contract. You go to the house. You talk to the owner. You say, I can buy your house for $100,000. They say, awesome, sounds great. Can't wait to get out of this thing. As you are in contract, you come to someone like me and say, Kyle, I just found this awesome home, $110,000. I bought it for $100,000. Transparency is key here in this process. I bought it for $100,000. I'm going to sell it to you for $110,000. It's going to sell for $200,000. You're going to put $50,000 into it. That means you're making $40,000. Would you like this contract? Ding, ding, ding. I would love that contract. You made $10,000. After I rehab it, I'm making $40,000. And that owner, who didn't know where he was going to go to sell the home, just made $100,000 and is super happy. That's what a wholesale is. Wholesale, same deal. Maybe you have a deal that you found and you want to just maybe spruce it up a little bit. Maybe you want to tidy up in the house. Maybe it takes zero expenses. Maybe it takes a couple $1,000s. You just go ahead and make a few minor changes, and then you put it back on the market. And you say, hey, here it is. I bought this for $100,000. But I made a few minor changes, some high value changes that were either an exchange of time or money, and boom, in and out in a week, and you're wholesaling it and making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 just by making a few different changes. Flip, pretty self-explanatory. This is when you rehab the property, put it back on the market, sell it. Buy and hold. This is a phrase that's made famous by Brandon Turner with Bigger Pockets. Buy, rehab, refinance, rent, repeat. That's what that stands for. What that means is that you are going to approach it just like a flip, but instead of selling it, you get a refinance on it, you put a renter in there, and boom, you've made back pretty much all your money that you invested or your lender invested into the project, and now you've got a renter and you're earning passive income. That's what's awesome about this, is that passive standpoint. That's what makes me super excited about this, is passive income. Or if something comes across your desk and you're thinking, hey, I don't know if I can buy this one, but hey, guess what? I went ahead and got my real estate license and I can list that for you. It's not something I want to buy, but I can definitely list it for you. And you get to make a little bit of money by being an agent on the side as well, or even referring them to agents to build up relationships with agents. So you can see there's just tons of opportunity here. The other part that I love is comparing this to stocks. Again, this is the old line of thinking is save money, put it in stocks, retire at 60, 70 years old, maybe even 80. Take a look at all of these differences of what we're looking at for real estate versus stocks. First of all, to retire today, based on inflation, if you want to live off of $10,000 per month, roughly, and you want to retire and have about 25 to 30 years of good time left over, you're going to not only have to save $3 million, you're going to use up all of that $3 million. By the time you're gone, there's nothing left. You've left no legacy. You've left nothing to your kids. That was, in my opinion, a selfish thing to do, because all you thought about was, how is this going to benefit me by saving $3 million? Versus to retire on real estate, you own 30 plus doors that are paying you $300 to $500 a month. Do the math there. That's about $9,000 to $15,000 per month of real estate that when you're gone gets passed off to your kids. I think I even have that here. After death, no longer an asset. After death, continues to cash flow. You can pass it on to your kids. It's a piece of paper on a stock. It's a real asset. It's a real place. You've got unpredictable. I mean, just as I'm recording this video, my stock was performing amazing this year. It was at 20%. And then boom, like literally in 2 weeks, I lost $1,000. I think that made it like a negative 20%. It just kind of leveled out. And now I really am a believer that stocks, if you stay in them and don't sell when it's low, that it will eventually get back up. But real estate is way more predictable. And when we look at predictability, a lot of people say, well, what about when the market crashes? Did you know that the absolute largest dip in a 12-month time span of real estate was 6% depreciation? Okay, only 6%. Every year, on average, real estate is expected to appreciate 4 to 6%. That means the ups on real estate are a lot better than the lows on real estate. It's not this roller coaster like the stock market. It's just kind of a up, level out, come down, up, level up, come down. And then, every once in a while that 2008 comes along, but you see those things coming up, you can sell them, or you could just be smart and don't spend all your money and save it so that when those things come along, it's never going to be worth $0. It's never going to be this roller coaster of, oh my gosh, what am I doing? It's a lot more predictable. There's penalties for sure on stocks. There's no penalties, plus immediate cash flow. You're making immediate cash flow every single month on your real estate. No tax advantages after you withdraw over here in the stocks. Tons of tax advantages with real estate. That, once again, all these things I'm talking about could be an entire strategy on their own. And then compared to other businesses, I was a business owner before. I had a lot of difficulty scaling a business because it was really tough to systemize it. Systematize, however you say that. And what I needed was a lot of employees. I had a tough time finding employees. With real estate investing, you just need good teammates. You need a good contractor. You need a good realtor. You can hire really cheap outsourcing, either on U.S. soil or overseas. It's really tough to outsource, or can be tough to outsource with your full-time business. Some businesses need offices and stores. There is no office that is needed for a business in real estate, and there's tons of competition in real estate. If you take the right mindset with this, there's absolutely no competition, because every deal that comes across your desk can be an opportunity to work with someone else, to give that deal to someone else. You make $1, they make $1, and to help a lot of people. So if you view that, that really is a mindset that I think that makes real estate investing so much better, so much more awesome, is that you don't have to worry about going out there and finding the deal before that other person. If you build relationships and you truly help other people in this business, they're going to want to help you too. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this video and podcast too. I want to help a lot of you because I really do believe there's no such thing as competition in this. It is the best investment, hands down. That is my opinion, completely subjective, but I think when you look at 80% of millionaires attribute their wealth to real estate, that's a number. Where can you find truly passive income? I've been in direct sales, network marketing before. They promote passive income, but guess what? As soon as you stop working that, uh, you better have created true systems or else you're not getting paid. With real estate, I just got to make sure that someone is renting. As long as someone's renting, I'm making passive income. People always need a place to live. Not everyone is going to always go to McDonald's for the time that we're alive. McDonald's could very well shut down in 5 years. And if you have stocks in McDonald's like me, that's going to hurt you. With real estate, I'm never going to wake up one day and say America decided, or the entire world decided that they no longer live in houses or apartments. They want to go build teepees down the road. No one's going to do that. They're going to want to live somewhere. Rent pays cash flow and debt equity. Here's what people really get in the mindset of is, well, why would I go buy a home and only earn 6 to 8% cash flow when I could, and I got to find the renter, I got to do all this stuff. I got to like really work for that. When all I'm going to get is a 6 to 8, maybe a 10% return on my money. Guess what? That's only the cash flow that you're getting. As that renter pays down your rent every day or every month, that's also paying the mortgage, and that's also going to help you with appreciation. So as they're paying it and putting cash in your pocket, you get to wait for appreciation. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, maybe you never sell it, but you know that the day that you bought it versus the day that you sold it is going to be a huge difference. And that's what the advantages of real estate investing and getting a renter in there. Reduce taxes, tons and tons and tons of ways to be able to reduce your taxes. And I'm a numbers guy. Got to show you the numbers here to finish this out. Let's just take, for example, a $200,000 house. Okay, now we're talking about passive income here. We're talking about all the things I just showed you. When you get a $200,000 house, and let's just say it's your 6th or 7th home, you're going to want to put down $40,000 at the minimum. I think you're even required to. But when it comes down to it, if this is your first home, you could even put down, I think, as low as $10,000. But we're going to just, for this sake of this, say $40,000 down payment. You get a renter in there, a tenant. They're going to pay $1,500 a month. Your mortgage is $985. Taxes and insurance on a monthly basis, $250. That means that every single month you are cash flowing $265. On a yearly basis, that is $3,180. If you divide that into the $40,000, your return on your investment is 8%. Again, pretty decent. 8% in real estate is about the standard. 6, 7, 8. If you're over 10%, you're doing really well on a yearly basis. Now, here's where it gets fun. Appreciation every year on average, 4, 5, 6%. Yearly debt equity. That tenant is paying off $5,000 or more every single year of debt equity, which means that you're putting $5,000 essentially into your equity pocket every single year, plus that appreciation. Let's just say in 5 years you sell, do the math, 5 to 6% over 5 years means that that house is now worth about $250,000. You made $50,000 in appreciation. You made $25,000 in equity. You made $16,000 of cash flow. I multiplied that times 5. That's how I got that number. That's $91,000 of profit. The total ROI of the 5 years that you invested into that property. I say invested because if you have it systemized, you have a good tenant or a good property manager, you're not doing much. Your total ROI is 227%. That speaks for itself, guys. Take $40,000, put it into an IRA, a 401k, and show me what's going to give you $91K after 5 years. I don't see it happening, and especially when it comes to the stock market, the ways that you can invest in businesses, I guarantee you, you're either not informed or not educated about that investment, or it's a lot riskier. You're rolling the dice. Maybe you're investing in a business. There's a lot of people out there that make millions and billions of dollars investing in businesses, but those are super risky. This is the business of real estate investing. It is a sure thing because of all of these factors that I just mentioned, that people will always need a place to live. You're going to have a renter that's paying down everything. It's going to appreciate. If it doesn't, you're still cash flowing every year. That's the great thing. If you are not appreciating, if you're depreciating, you can either sell it or you can get that cash flow every single year and you're reducing your taxes. Guys, I hope this video has really opened your eyes to what real estate investing is all about. I hope that you are going to be out there and looking at other videos, not just from our Fearless Flipping YouTube channel and podcast, but also just educating yourself. Go out there and educate yourself and find ways to get into real estate investing, even if it's just a little bit. I don't care if it's a rental or going and wholesaling your first one. Just take that first step. That very first step that I took just built so much confidence in me. And that's why we're doing this with Fearless Flipping. I want you to be completely fearless in the flipping process. I want you to go out there because it's your time to invest and to conquer the real estate investing process.